Hello, I'm Mr. Cultist. Now, first off, from uh, my style is important video, is me recreating a lost episode. Anyway, why the Doctor Who spin-off class failed? Well, for starters, it was on BBC iPlayer, which isn't really a good streaming website because you need a TV license anyway. Anyway, the age rated, well, the target audience age rating was for teenagers, but they tried to get a 15 rating, and Torchwood was the 15 rated show. So it ended up like a horrid hybrid of Sarah Jane Adventures and Torchwood. And the only connection between Torchwood, Sarah Jane Adventures, and Doctor Who was that the main character, like there was characters from the show. Well, with Class, the connection was the Doctor appeared, said, "I'm too lazy to deal with all this mess," and then fucked off. That's the only connection. It might as well have been a sci-fi show or fantasy show. They weren't interested in making a sci-fi show. They were interested in making a fantasy show. That's another big problem. Like if you change like the main characters from being aliens, from being creatures from another dimension of fantasy and other such stuff, and they came to this world, what changed? Really? I mean, what would have changed? Oh, it wouldn't be in the Doctor Who universe. Oh, we wouldn't have gotten that stupid Weeping Angel plot twist. Yeah, the main villains of the show turn out to be Weeping Angels. Not the Shadows. Like the Bureau is Weeping Angels. Yep. Stupid, isn't it? Another thing that they failed at was characterization. Like, one of the main characters loses their leg in the first episode, and it's showing his determination. It's just that we never, like, it doesn't feel earned. It's like, oh, this character's always gonna, like, this character, we've never seen him before. He's never been in Doctor Who before. He's never been in any other show, audiobook or anything, so there's no reason to be invested in him. Like, there's no showing that he loves, there's no emphasis on him loving football. There's no showing that he is determined. Then you had the sort of Lanka episode where it's like tentacles are dragging people off and feeding on their misery. That was a characterization for racist, for the black racist girl who hates white people. I'm hearing voices everywhere. Anyway, then you had this lovely girl who shared her heart with who literally shares her heart with a shadow creature. There's nothing I can think of really. It's just that she's really kind, and when the shadow screen tried to separate his and her heart, she ended up going berserk and started using shadow swords or whatever it was. So it's unearned characterization. There's no point of it being a sci-fi show, it might as well be a fantasy show. There's, what else? So, unknown characterization, fantasy show, Uh, it was streamed online on a really bad service. Because like it's on BBC Three, and BBC Three is shit. I hate BBC Three. I used to like it when I was little, weirdly, but now it's gone to hell. All political and stuff, left wing and political. Well, there's another thing. They made one of the characters gay, and it's just his boyfriend doesn't turn up until he only turns up in the first episode, kicked out by his family. It's like, yeah. I generally didn't like Class, by the way. I'm not one of those fans. I just hated it. I watched it because it was some good aspect, but it's like I just hated it, and I didn't. I was thinking about stopping watching it until like, every episode I was thinking, why am I watching this? Why am I watching this? Why am I watching this? It's not as bad as Black Lightning, where it's like I just realised I don't like any of the characters, so I stopped. Like, there's no reason for any of the characters to live. I want them all to die. Apart from Black Lightning himself, I like him, but his conflict is just meh. I get wound up, and I hope Black Lightning fails, because that was a big disappointment. This is Don the Crazed, or Mr. Cultist, signing out.